In this problem, we're told that the following questions relate to the titration of 40 ml of 0.2 molar ammonia with 0.5 molar hydrochloric acid, and then we're asked to determine the pH at a series of steps in the titration. So this is the titration of a weak base with a strong acid. So determining the pH initially is just simply going to be doing a KB ice table to figure out what the pH of this weak base would be when we haven't added any acid. So nothing really new there. So we're going to set up the KB ice table. I'm just going to use B to indicate our base, which in this case is ammonia. Adding water to it is going to bring that into equilibrium with its conjugate acid and the hydroxide ion. Initially, the concentration of this will be 0.2. This is irrelevant. This will be 0. This will be 0. As it comes into equilibrium, the concentration of our base will decrease. We're not interested in what the water does because it's a pure liquid. The concentration of our conjugate acid will increase by X, as will the concentration of hydroxide ion. Once we get to equilibrium, the concentration of our base will be 0.2 minus X. We're not interested in the water. And the concentration of the conjugate acid will be X, as will be the concentration of hydroxide ion. So KB is simply going to be our product concentrations over our reactant concentrations, and that's going to be equal to 1.8 by 10 to the minus 5 in this case. So how I would tackle this is to use the solver. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So having done that, I find that X is equal to 1.89 by 10 to the minus 3. Now my X in this case is just equal to my hydroxide ion concentration, so I can easily get the pOH from here. So pOH equals the negative log of my hydroxide ion concentration, so I can do that pretty simple, negative log of the X there, and that ends up being 2.72. Now I'm not asked for the pOH, I'm asked for the pH, and pH is just equal to 14 minus pOH, so 14 minus 2.72, 14 minus the answer that I got from before, and I'm done, right? So 11.28 is my first pH before I get going. Now this is a solution of the weak base ammonia, so I'm expecting a pH greater than 7, so this looks great.